Hi and welcome to this lecture where we're going to quickly arrange our song and also have a look at some of the sounds in the synths. I just want my track to sound a little bit more polished before I start recording any audio. So let's just play this back now, make sure it's in song mode, and then hit play. So the first thing I want to change is this bass sound. So I'm going to select the bass pattern. And what I really want to do is change the instrument that we're using for the bass. So I'm going to right click here on this flex instrument and then go down to replace. And from here, I'm going to choose free oscillator synth. Okay, I'm just going to select the pattern and then press play. It's not quite what I'm looking for, so I'm just going to change the sound. So each of these here are oscillators, and these generate the sound. And at the moment, they are sine waves, which are the softest sounding wave shape. So I'm going to change one of these oscillators to a sawtooth. So for oscillator number 3, I'm going to choose this shape here. Let's have a listen now. Already that sounds a bit more suitable. And on oscillator number 2, I'm just going to turn down this tuning dial. At the moment, it's being tuned up 12 semitones or 1 octave. I'm just going to pull that down to 0. And I'm also going to change this to a sawtooth. You can hear that it's much louder now. To give this synth a nice chorus effect, I'm just going to detune one of these oscillators slightly. And this will give the bass sound quite a nice effect. The next thing I want to do is just add a filter to this bass so it has less high frequencies. To do so, I need to click on this cog icon in this synth and it will open up the settings. And I'm going to click on this envelope/instrument settings icon. And now here in the filter section of this window, I'm going to pull this dial back so it cuts out enough high frequencies. As we can see here, this filter is in fast low pass mode. So it will allow the low frequencies to pass through and cut the highs. There already, the bass sounds much better to me. And now let's play this in the song. Okay, it's not perfect, but now it's slightly more appropriate. So I'm just going to turn snap on now and change it to bar. I don't want this pad section coming in just yet, so I'm going to move this to later on. So I'm going to click and drag this over and right click to delete this one. Just for a moment, I'm going to delete this lead section by right clicking. And now I'm going to select the chords pattern and paint this in. I'm also going to full screen the playlist window by hitting enter. And I'm just going to zoom out by pressing Shift and 2. And let's just duplicate this pad sound by holding down Shift and dragging. Let's use the new drum beat we've created, main beat, and paint this in. I'm also going to duplicate the bass by holding down Shift and dragging. And paint in drum beat 2. I'm also going to add in another bass part here. And add in this main beat. Later on, we will be adding in more parts. But for now, I just want to make a quick arrangement. Let's now paint in the lead part. Okay, great. We have a very rough arrangement going on. Like I said, we will be adding in more parts later on, but I just wanted to get this basic arrangement down before we started recording any audio. This may not be perfect right now, but it is just something to get started before we record in any audio. Also, when I recorded the hi-hats in the previous quantization lecture, they were a bit too low. Okay, so now I've selected the main beat pattern on the hi-hat channel and I've opened up the piano roll. Now I'm going to select all of these notes by hitting Command A on Mac or Control A on Windows, and then move them up to the octave above, which in this case is C5. And now I'm just going to play back this track. So while that was playing back, I changed the mixer channel for the chords to insert 13 rather than going directly to the master channel. And there I was able to turn down the volume of just the chords as I thought they were too loud in the mix. Okay, so we've made a basic arrangement here and I'll be able to move on to audio recording soon. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next lecture.